Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Can't Catch a Break on this lovely Saturday morning, November 16th, 2024. We thank you all for listening. Those are probably still sleeping right now. Or those that are up. Those first time listeners, we thank you. We thank you all, family and friends. And those that want to listen, guess what? Yes, we really appreciate you. And we want to thank you because time after time, you have been listening and your opinion, your thinking right now, and I know you are. The conversations I have, I talk about Dr. Charlene Johnson. We talk about a lot of things. We talk to people, not just on podcasts, but we talk and out there in the world. We're here to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. We're here to talk about issues, facts that affect us as human beings daily. We're not here to be critical or judge anyone. We only speak the facts. We only get our words where we read upon facts. We don't act in a way where we just guessing, but we go after the truth. And that's what it's all about as a Christian. And to treat everybody with love and kindness and respect is what we do. We're here to encourage, build. We're not here to tear down no one. Okay, so we thank you all. And if you'd like to subscribe to our podcast, you can. I know. I'm not looking for ratings. I'm just looking to promote, just talk about things that affect people. How can we, as a people, come together no matter what color you are? Yes, because we need each other. This world is coming to an end. We already know that, right? And it ain't getting no better, but we still can pray though, because that's what's going to help change lives, change people's lives, those in authority, politicians. And I know many people don't want to talk about it. They say, well, Christians shouldn't be involved in politics, but you're wrong to me. I think that is your choice, and you have a right because God gave everybody a choice. He ain't telling nobody you can't do this when it comes to you're talking about something that's positive, that's gonna help people. So that's your opinion. You're really entitled to your opinion. If I say you're wrong, I'm just saying for mine. It was good to disagree and agree. And that's what we're here for. Not here to put nobody down, not to tear nobody down. But what I want to talk about today on this episode is about this is one of the things you're gonna hear about. What I come from the Pew Research Center. I read up on it, different things from topics that they get their facts. They do their research, and I just want to say something here about I was reading upon, and I want you to look at this. What about unauthorized immigrants living in the United States? Seems like this is a big thing, ain't it? It's like everybody just because number one, they said they're here illegal. Number two, they said because they're bringing drugs. Okay. Number three is that they're criminals. So those are like falling like the top categories of number ones when you look at it. So we are now in a time right now. This has been going on for a long time, so ever since the East back then. So when you look at what's happening with our politicians, you're looking at what the people from the community, from states, they live in Arizona, so the border, Texas, all around. And let's look at the sanctuary cities. You look at what's going on, population. You see what's happening. People are seeking asylum because of from different countries because of the dictatorship, because of those that are being uh, abused, raped, killed, starved, no food, stuff like that. So they run to America because America is a free country. And the thing is that now that America has come forward and they've been seeing down the line that this was going to be a problem. Well, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent, it is a problem. Because, number one, I just named the top three. That's the problem here. What's happening when you look at a broad perspective of it? Now, if someone came to your country, okay, you don't know, but they have a history from the other country, you know, of a background that you did not know. So they come over here and something happened to a person over here that's American citizen, okay? But yet, when you look at things like this, they get what? Shipped back. But the family suffers because they're not here legal. They're here illegal. So the laws don't apply to them. Okay. So they get to do that's what happens. So I'm looking at it from a broad perspective because people are really questioning this thing. This big immigration been one of the biggest things. Today, there was a survey took out, and since 2022. From 2021, they had like 10.5 million. Okay, that were came here. Okay, since the year going all the way back from 2007 to 2019, the increase has rapidly grown in increments. But right now, they're saying, as a survey of unauthorized immigrants living in the USA is from 2022 is at a peak of 12 million, 0.2 million. So in 2007. So we're looking at what's happening here. We're looking at a nation that has a constitution. Well, and the constitution states what you ought to do, what you can do when it comes to the law, the rule of law. And what we're seeing that our population here is growing rapidly. With its, but because we got illegals, there's about 100. I say over 175 million. I could be an estimate of illegals probably here now. Down the decades, I'm just calculating like 10 million down to the years, and some of them right now, got some of the ones that seek asylum have went through but yet they was not really validated because of the system. Yeah, the system is broke. We already know that. Even in our news, media outlets, the system is broken. Yes, it is. And America is a generous, giving nation. They welcome you here, foreign and domestic. They welcome you here, and they help. So when you look at what's going on right now, because they're saying, now it's like they get to come over here, live free, don't pay no bills. I mean, all that. I mean, and the government takes care of them. And people that's over here, that's illegal, they say, well, they ain't doing that for me. They ain't giving me no free handouts. So I can see where all this chaos going and what they need to do, because you got fentanyl drugs coming over from over here. You got different things coming from over here, legal. You got all kinds of Cuban, Haitians, Venezuelan, Nicaraguan, Ukraine. We got people that are coming from all over. I mean, that is illegal right now. Some of them are because they didn't go through the proper steps of seeking asylum, and they just let them in. The laws have changed from 20 days to hold to 40 days to hold, and then you got the NIA, you got the these not NIA, but you have these commissions that are fighting for people's rights. It's a lot of entanglement with the judicial system and all that. I didn't see down the line you have the judges let them back, let them in. They don't want to deal with it, so courts will let them in. But now it's getting out of hand, and it's getting out of hand really, because now with a new decade, we've seen deaths happen. We see criminals come over here that's illegal and kill people. We see a lot of things going on. Drugs being smuggled. We see things are happening. We also have a lot of other things that's going on too here in America. That's just one of them. But I'm talking on this immigration, talking about of unauthorized immigrants. Came from Mexico, about 4 million in 2022, and it went up since then to 6.9. Okay, Mexico has always been there. They always been coming. You know, they always been the birth of unauthorized immigrants. Okay, so we got to understand what's going on here. But until the system, till the politicians and all those people you voted for, um, and from Republicans to Democrats, until y'all come together, it'll always be this. Right now, the population grew in 6 states: Florida, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Texas. And only California saw the decrease. What that tells you, okay? What that tells you, about 8.3 million U.S. workers in 2022 were unauthorized immigrants. So you know what that means, right? 8.3 million. They outpopulate the legal people that's here, citizens that's here. Yeah, think about it, y'all. So we have a heart. Everyone has a heart. Christians, you have a heart. We pray. And this is not about vengeance. The message is not vengeance or racism or anything, but it's about obeying the law. Anybody, it goes for me, it goes for anybody else, obeying the law, doing things right. That way they can track people. They can track criminals. They can track crime. They can track people. You don't even know if your next door neighbor is illegal or criminal. You don't even know because of the population. They spread them out to the sanctuary cities and all that. But yet, there's a problem. The system is broken. Okay? The system is broken. And they should have been talking about this uh, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. But they kept on going back because of politics. See, politics, it won't get you where you want to go. They'll talk around it because they're worried about their job, their six-figure income. But the thing is, the people here that's living here, the safety of the children, the safety of the people, this is more important because everybody got to live here. That's illegal. Everybody got to know who your neighbor is, who around you, who you work with. Because right now they're hiding 8.3 is in the workforce right now of unauthorized immigrants. So we know this is a time where a king we have, I always talk about the king. They get, you want a king, you got one. So guess what? This king is going to be who the king is now, Donald Trump. And you're going to see right now. And just like the Bible predicts, vengeance, vengeance. But guess what? God steps in because God don't like evil. God does not. He's a good God. God loves everybody. He don't want to see nobody wounded, hurt, afflicted, abused, neglected. He don't want to see that. God's a God of love, not a God of hate. That's what we serve as Christians. Now, when we look at the population, I'm just going to go back into this. The population right now. Immigrants made for up to 14.3% of the nation's populations in 2022. As I was reading this, I've been reading. I'll tell you, I get to read. I get, that's why if you hear me, I'm not just talking. I'm explaining because this is important. Okay. So what are we going to do? What are Americans going to do? Yes, if you come in here the right way, you deserve to be over it because you came in the right way. But and that's what it's supposed to be because the times have changed. They track everything back then. When you came here, they didn't have a system of set up where you didn't have data. Now things have changed. Laws have changed. Okay, in the Bible, they had tax collectors. They always had tax collectors back in the Bible, but it was data. So we have a bigger data now. Okay. So we're looking at what is happening right now. What is happening? We have a total of lawful immigrants, 36.9 million. That's 77%. Okay. We have naturalized citizens, it's 23.4 million. But we have, for those that have permits, hey, look this out. We have million permitted residents, permanent residents came in the right way. 24% of those temporary residents is 2.2 million. That's 4%. Okay, what about the unauthorized immigrants? There's 11 million right now, 23% of those. So when you look at the survey, when you look at what's going on, when you look at the data, the government need to go back in there and track everybody from asylum seekers to all of them who they let in. Because a lot of them are living, like I said, through all the states I just named, even, the sanctuary cities too. They're living there. And that should be a big thing to go back and track all of them so you won't have crime. You won't have all this stuff going on. Well, if they get away with it because they're illegal, they ship them back. But they didn't destroy somebody alive. We see it in the news. It's wrong. I can't say it ain't right. Jails can't hold them because they're not from here. And that doesn't mean I'm a supporter like that or Democrat. I'm just saying I believe in both independent when it comes to things that affect anybody, life, family. Okay, before God, that's what we should look at. We're one nation under God, praying in schools, the Ten Commandments. But we got to balance. We got to balance it though. We just can't put your religion on someone else. You cannot, that's not the way it is. You can't just throw politics in with your religion and think that because you're a certain political party person, that your religion fall in with God. It doesn't work like that. It's together. You're better together. Okay. So we've seen the rapid increases of naturalized citizens. Okay, from 10.7 million to 23.4 million. Though, okay, we see though. I just gave you the the status on what's happening. Okay, okay, but who lives with unauthorized immigrants? Okay, there are about 6.3 million households that include more than 22 million people, and these households represent 4.8% of the 130 million in U.S. households. Now, this is what here are the facts. This is something I'm not responsible for this, but I'm just reading the facts of the data. And so here are some of the facts about these households in 2022. That's 2 years ago, y'all. Okay? And 86% of these households, either householders holders or their spouse, is unauthorized immigrants. Now, when you look at the media, you look at who they getting the news boy Homeland person, the drugs are the person that's gonna be over there taking Marioka's spot. But he does make sense. He's not. It's not with him. You listen to him. He's not out to nobody. He's not out there. He's wanting people to do it the right way. He's not crazy. Listen to the man. This man is even getting death threats himself, him and his family. But he's only going by what the constitutional law states. Okay, all right. So and he's not. And you look at him, what he's saying. He's giving numbers. He's giving data. When a person can give you numbers and data, and they line up with what's truth, then he know his job. A person that can't give you data for nothing and no experience, then they don't know their job. They're out to some for political gain, to do harm to innocent people. When you look at it, okay, so we gotta look at all this. When you start looking at all who's in line in the cabinet, either vengeance people, people that are seeking out vengeance, or it's because of another person, or it's people that cares about people. You gotta look at that. Okay, you gotta look at that when it comes to all politicians uh, uh, are not liars. Some are, but not all of them. There's people in there that has good intentions. They want to see, but you got some that seek out vengeance. Okay, so do we gotta look at that? What's really taking place when it comes to this unauthorized immigration system? Okay, see when you gotta have checks and balances too. I talked about that. You can't have one party government saying yes to everything because there are some things that they shouldn't say yes to that can destroy the people, the taxpayers, the people that are living here, dreams and hopes. Yeah, you can't. You got to balance that thing. People got to be against certain things bipartisan. You got to line up. You got to disagree and agree. You got to come together, or else you. I'm telling you, the Bible is just generally saying about the king. They get on the king and Samuel. They gave the king, but then they find out what happened. What they start complaining. See, this is what we're at right now. This ain't the first time they had Democrats, Republicans run the House or the Senate. This ain't the first time. This has been going back and forth. But now the level has been raised. Okay, things are changing, and it's not getting better. We got wars. We got economic crashes. We got abortion issues. We got so much going on right now. COVID-19. I'm not here to scare nobody, but I'm here to talk about the facts. What are we going to do as a people together, no matter what color you are, race you are? The young people, these young people got to grow up. Their generation, they got to grow up. And they don't want to grow up in a fighting world full of evil and hate and vengeance, all because of politicians. No, they got to come down and meet together, okay, together. And this is what we're not seeing. So pray. Pray for your children. Pray for this world. Pray for America because we are in the stage of the end of this world. They say the earth is going to another 750 billion years, or I'm just throwing something out there that's going to be existing. But the way things are now and the way that all the money has been involved, the vengeance and tactics of some, man, we might not be around long. The man might destroy the world himself before Christ come back. The way things are, okay. So you better look and take a picture and tell these young people, share with these young people. It's not like that. It's not about vengeance. It's not about party. It's about coming together, obeying the Constitution, obeying the law, people rights as a person, treated like a human being, treated fair. Right. We got to do that. And if we don't, guess what? We're going to see the downfall of America. We're going to see it come forward. And people say, well, I heard that before. No, this is real this time, even more. All right. See, the states I named, but here's some more states that across the states that unauthorized immigrants share: Maine, Mississippi, Montana, West Virginia. Okay. And then there's 1% of households that include unauthorized immigrants. Nevada, 9.6% has the highest share, followed by California and New Jersey, New York, 8%. So you gotta look at the states that have the highest too. So I just named you about 10, 12. Okay. See, that's the thing is 850,000 children are under the age of 18, are unauthorized immigrants. Think about what's going on now. So then when they get in the system, so then when they'll have no, they got here illegal. Can't find nowhere in the system, no social security number, no nothing, no nothing about it. But they're here. But think about the consequences, what's going to happen down through the years. If people don't come together, we're going to see crime go up. We're going to see laws being enacted, all because of this, the immigration system. We want them to stay. We want people to be over here, but they got to be legal. We all are legal. It's the Constitution. This is the law of government man. Humanity. Okay, this is human laws. This is what's in the book. We got to obey it, the law, the rule of law. So I just say this: call your politician. Okay, call your politician. People shouldn't be left from taken from their family, children. But there's no way they can do it. Work together to keep families together. Also, that's a concern too. You want that, but there should be people speaking up, like when it comes to petition your politician about laws that's gonna uh, affect people, average citizens, working class, those that just barely make it. It's going to affect them. Okay? Vengeance is not the answer. Tell your politicians, vengeance is not the answer. From the White House on down, it's not the answer. There's a better way that people need to come together than fight because it ain't going to get nowhere. Let's wind up and say, I keep on saying this, that this world will end faster. And you know what? Look at it. Look at it. I know. I'm going to say it again. Oh, I heard that before. They've been saying that for over 20, 40, 50, 100 years now. But the thing is, reality is that, yeah, man can destroy. Just like they did it before in the Bible in Noah's time because they was disobedient, sinful. They didn't want to listen to nobody. But see, God has a way of dealing with every man, every person, no matter if you're a king, queen, no matter who you are. But we just keep praying. And these stats, I'm telling you, can't catch a break. We're here to tell the world that call your politician. We don't seek vengeance, no matter you're Republican or Democrat. We're not here to seek vengeance. You can have agreements, but don't seek vengeance. I don't care. You hear people talking about what this other politician done, what this politician done. But if it ain't helping the people when it comes to a way of vengeance, then guess what? Don't talk about it. Call them and tell them, hey, you know what? Let's do things the right way, the way the Constitution, the way this world and God, one nation under God. Forefathers came, civil rights, the movements. Don't take away the agencies that protect the human rights of people of all races. These agencies, don't let them take it away. Call your politician. Yes, because these children that gotta grow up, y'all. You think they want to grow up in a world like this? When they have to grow up, the whole mindset have changed because what they're seeing. All right, well, thank you all for listening. Can't catch a break. I'm DJ and Dr. Sharp. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for listening to Can't Catch a Break. Y'all have a blessed and a fantastic life always. Don't forget to subscribe and all the podcasts. You want to talk? Let's talk. Yes, I talk issues. We talk issues. DJ and Dr. Charlene. We're here to speak facts. We're here to not criticize or judge anyone. We're going to put, and you can disagree all you want, but that's good. Disagreeing is okay. But we do, knowledge is power. We can't change what you don't acknowledge. Thank you all. Y'all have a good and a fantastic and blessed year.